Alright, so I made that item shop earlier, but I decided I wanted to improve it using a different method. For the sake of the video, I was going to make this be the shop because it was quite ornate. No, that's close to it. Haha, I mean, here. Or. Anyway, but that was probably just a little too ugly and punny. So I went over here and did this side. This one you don't have to set up as such, but I set it up to close at nighttime. I'm sorry, but we're closed until morning, says the vendor. This is, of course, their new location with the same low prices, because it's going to be the same central shop. Anyway, it wants me to go here till morning. Let me just take a little... Ignore all that text. I didn't leave the game after finishing up. Alrighty, and as you can see, way down yonder range, be a open shop with a shop vendor. Now, something I should say before I go in here. He is facing the south. Vendors, when they're always I guess probably applies to all NPCs in general, mobs and all, they probably all spawn to the south. I know when a person dies, they respawn to this facing south. So, you should probably have your shop with the entrance facing north. That way he'll be facing you when he's first born. Instead, he's just awkwardly looking to the side, checking something out. Oh, that's cute. Yeah, so this is Shopmaster 2. He's got the same stuff as before. So if I go ahead and just give myself some, is zombie flesh in the food? Huh, it is. That's funny. What was the other item he wants? Bones. Where's bones kept? Oh, there it is. Alrighty, so yeah, I can trade him for that. Oops. Don't do those noises. Anyway, yeah, and then the whole VIP cube thing to prevent the villager from opening up his default item set. I have to go into the basement, it says. Anyway, if this is in a protected spawn area, normal players cannot use buttons and such. They can only use tripwires and pressure plates. So I have a button here that is just for an admin moderator, somebody who's OP. And that takes me to the basement. The VIP cube, all it is it's a furnace that is not burning, but it looks like it's burning. Unless you put something in it, in which case it will... When it's done burning, it will, I should have made that a stick so it'd be shorter. It'll actually go out. See, watch. Little more exciting than watching grass grow. It's a furnace. And we're done. And as you can see now, it's turned off. So you don't wanna do that. Just VIP cube, always burning. Anyway, you're not gonna get that in if you're a normal player. Then I have my little potion. Oh, I forgot to put the sign up. Need a sign. There. Solution 4 if you have a vendor that needs to be moved out. It's just a potion that hurts vendors a lot, which I needed earlier for my super strong vendors. However, these vendors, my method this time to spawn in the vendor, it does not allow for an increased amount of health yet. I don't know if that's a glitch or not, because if I go over the maximum amount, it still kills them. But right now, for this one, they spawn instantly. They respawn instantly. And with a normal diamond sword that's down here, what am I talking about? It takes like 5 hits, 3 hits. So I guess that's normal villager health. But he respawns instantly, so if someone decides to come in here punching a vendor to death because they think it's fun, no matter what, it is going to respawn that vendor. So that's a way to ensure that the trades never run out, allowing it to be mortal. Which trade's only going to run out if someone were to trade like 30 billion rotten flesh, 30 billion bones, and 30 billion VIP cubes for a head. Anyway, see, and that unlocks his little default thing, but we don't want him to have that. And another thing to ensure that the trades never run out is the fact that when night does fall, he falls, and the shop closes. Remember, players who are in a protected spawn area won't be able to open up the gates, so you don't have to worry about that. Originally, the concept was going to be an iron door. However, the one issue with that is the game is currently has a bug where if you place an iron door there, there's just an invisible block there. It has the width of an iron door, and if it was same thing with a wooden door, and you can make the wooden door open and close, but it's still an invisible little wooden door. So if I hit the middle button, see it selects wooden door. I mean iron door, my bad. But yeah. Anywho's, when it kills them, drops them into my pit of I don't like having all that junk down there. My pit of death right here. See, it's just my pit of death. That's what all that blood is down there, because I keep doing this number. Anyway, yeah, okay, so this. What it uses, I'm actually using a mob spawner for that specific villager type. And so it's going to spawn a villager at those coordinates up there with all those specifications. And if there's ever less than one, never more than one. If there's ever less than one, though, it'll respawn a new one. That's why it's always making sure he's there. And again, this is still in vanilla 1.7.2. You can do that kind of stuff with I forget which block it is. Yeah, I kind of had to make this condensed. The reason there's so much is because I remove all 9 of these. See, I remove all 9 of those instead of just the middle one. That way he can be pushed around a good bit. Shoot, which one is the spawner? There we go. Yeah, spawner. Summon a mob spawner with all these specifications that take you like forever to go through. Blah 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 blah. Anyway, I'm not even gonna finish. So yeah, the benefits of this one is it resets all the time. So you don't have to worry about the items getting reset. People can kill it, but it's not going to make a difference. And you can entertain people at the spawn by allowing them to go and kill as many as they want. Because people sit here and punch this thing for like a half hour. Like, really? I mean, why would you even do that? I don't know, but it does. And easy access for if you are OP to come on in here. Yeah, and the great thing, unfortunately, this thing would be more efficient looking if I only needed to do 4 things when you opened, but I needed to do 5 things when the place opened up, unless I moved that block underneath the gate. Anyway, but yeah, this thing to add more blocks, I'd have to. Well, right here, right now we have an extra block right here that's not used, and we have an extra block right here that's not used. So if you wanted, you could do some whole tell raw stuff to make it colorful. The place is open, blah. And, the shop is closed only for people within the spawn area to hear, in case anyone was waiting. And what I do to make all this work is a redstone block right here. Closed, open, closed, open. Anyway, did I break it? I did break it, yeah, because that repeater there. Didn't have time to finish what it was doing before I... There. Everything's all good. And that is, if you had not guessed, tied to a daylight sensor. Right over here, 4 blocks away from the daylight sensor. That's the stuff that said open. We don't need that. We don't need the thing that says closing time. So yeah, just 4 blocks. When it's time for the thing to close, you put a redstone block there. When it's time for the place to open, put an air block. Torch, of course, inverts it. And but see, right around the half point time, it finishes up. And that's same with see, right around at dusk and dawn, about the same time each time, half point, it switches. See, pretty simple, pretty easy. Well, except for that giant ugly contraption. Yeah. A better shop for your spawn needs. Make a villager happy, make your players happy, and makes your server happy. And it's not a little tiny ugly box that your villager's trapped in. Yeah.